cookies are my jam. Anyone who's ever met me knows that about me. These Danish butter cookies are easy to make, they melt in your mouth, and they're my favorite to make at Christmas time. After I teach you how to make them, they're gonna be your favorite too. For butter cookies, you're going to want butter. And for these cookies, you're going to want European butter. It's about a pound, not about a pound, it is a pound of Plugra European butter. So let's put that in there, it's good. You can find that at any grocery store. And you're gonna wanna make it fluffy. So now your butter is nice and light and fluffy. You don't have to go as far as you do for, let's say, chocolate chip cookies. Scrape down your bowl. Let's do that a little bit more. All right, so next are our dry ingredients. As with most cookies, we've got flour and sugar and baking soda. With most cookie recipes, you add your sugar to your butter and cream that. For this cookie, since they're so tender, you don't need that. You just add it to your flour. It's part of your dry mix. Dump that baking soda in, mush it together. You can use a whisk. I have a fork here. This is all-purpose flour, nothing fancy. So now we just gradually add this flour mix to our butter. I'm gonna turn it on to low speed, it's about 2. Half the time I'm always like resting my hand on this and I always feel like I'm helping it. It's like I'm here for moral support. It's okay, buddy, you got this. We're almost there. And at this point, I'm going to use my spatula just to kind of get all that good stuff off there. So what I'm doing right now is incorporating any stray bits of flour that may have sunk to the bottom that the paddle just didn't get. This is gentler than continuing to run the mixer and possibly making a tough cookie. You can be a tough cookie, but you don't want to eat a tough cookie. Know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a little easier for me to stir up by putting it on the surface, but before you do that, subscribe to our channel and you won't miss a thing. There's no egg in here, it's just butter and all that stuff, so everything is just held together by butter. I just wanna get all of these stray pieces kind of together. I don't want anything crumbly. This is pretty much where I want it to be. Divide it into 4 pieces. They don't have to be equal. So I'm breaking these into 4 pieces in order to make rolling it out easier. And I'm gonna roll him between 2 sheets of parchment. So rolling between 2 pieces of parchment helps you not need extra flour, and that keeps your cookies soft. For the cookies, you want them as tender as possible to keep that butter coming through. Okay, and we are golden. So I have about 1/8 of an inch of dough here. I'm gonna chill this in the fridge or the freezer, and then I'm gonna repeat this whole process with the remaining 3 pieces of dough. We have our chilled dough, and we're ready to cut. And also when you do that, when you chill it, it just rips off so nice and clean. It's so satisfying, I love it. Okay. For these, you can cut them into shapes, like as in with a cookie cutter, or you can just do what I do and not waste anything and cut them into squares. So we're now going to move each piece to our prepared sheet. This one kind of looks like a mountain range. So these edge pieces that we have here, I bake them anyway because they're still a perfectly good cookie. And I crumble them over ice cream. Seriously, the best thing in the whole world. I make these every Christmas, and my dad will not let me not make them because they are his favorite. Egg wash. Whisk that guy up. You can even add a little bit of water if you wanted to. I like to use my fingers because 1, I'm lazy, and 2, I just get a little bit, I can maneuver a little bit better. Turbinado sugar. This adds a little extra sweetness and a little bit of caramelized crunch. So now we're gonna bake these at 325 for about 14 minutes. You're going to look for lightly golden around the edges and golden on top. There are all kinds of things you can do with these cookies. You can eat them plain, you can drizzle them with chocolate and sprinkle them with salt, crumble them over ice cream and drizzle them with chocolate and sprinkle them with salt. The sky is the limit. Ooh, you can even put them in milkshakes, which would be banging. But however you do it, I hope you love them as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a favorite Christmas cookie, please let me know in the comments, and Merry Christmas.